Every guardsman knows the call. It has many meanings, but when it's spoken, the message is clear. Heard, understood, acknowledged. Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your Guard adventure.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into game number 1. Women's basketball championship. Off the with you this morning at Everett Community College in what looks to be the College Pirates, second seed out of the North region, and the Tacoma Titans, the third seed out of the West region. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Nathan Murphy, producer-engineer Todd Elvig. We've had 2 days of men's competition, and we've got that down to the first Final Four. Now we start on the women's side. 16 teams will play today. The winners will play tomorrow, looking to get into that Final Four next weekend. It's been a good one so far on the men's side, and we are getting ready to get it going on the women's side. The Tacoma Titans, the visitors in the black uniforms today. Their head coach is Christy Martin. It's her third season. And we'll take a look at their starting lineups. Auburn, Washington native Bobby Westendorf starts at the point. Kiki Gilbert, her teammate at Kentridge. Jordan Vega is a sophomore from Maui, Hawaii. Cedar Malik from Woodland High School here in Woodland, Washington. And Tia McClellan from Lakewood. For Peninsula, under Coach Allison Crum, it's her 7th season. She's amassed a record of 117-78, and they've played in the last 2 NWAC championship games. They won the title in 2015 and fell to Lane last year. Her starters are Kayla Alvarez from Skyline High School in Salt Lake City, Utah. Janice McKnight, a sophomore from Las Vegas. Alicia Duncan out of Renton, Washington and Kentridge High School. Teammates of Westendorf and Gilbert for Tacoma. Tiffany Smith, also out of Las Vegas, Centennial High School. And finally, Taisha Thomas out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Team's leading shot blocker. She's got about a half a block a game. Officials for this contest, the referee is Greg Boos. Leslie Smith and Taylor Mink are your umpires, and we're just about set to go here in game number 1 of the Women's Championships in 2017. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
It's going to be a good one.
It should be indeed. Taking a look at the two teams, Tacoma comes in with an overall record of 20 wins and 7 losses. They were 9-5 to take that third seed out of the NWAC West region. Peninsula 18-9, they're 10-4 in the NWAC North. That was good enough for second place behind the Skagit Valley Cardinals. As I mentioned, Peninsula have lost exactly once in the last 2 NWAC championship games. They won the whole thing in 2015. And last year on this floor, they reached the final for a second consecutive time, only to fall to the Lane Titans. For Tacoma, a little bit of a different story. Last year, they were 17-7, but only went 5-9 in league play and failed to make the postseason. And the year before that, 4-20 their overall record, last from the bottom in that West region, so a bit of a turnaround for Christy Martin's team. But here they are, like I said, the third seed out of the West, and they draw Peninsula, a big matchup for them today. Greg Boos getting ready to throw the ball up for us, and we are just about set to get underway. Peninsula in the white jerseys, black numbers and the gold lettering. Tacoma, black jerseys, blue numbers and letters, white trim, and we're underway. The tap is won by Peninsula. Alvarez controls it over to Smith. Tiffany Smith up top for McKnight, now on the far side for Duggan. In the near corner, this is Tiffany Smith looking for somewhere to go with it. Alvarez, they swing it all the way around for Duggan. Now back up top. Into the corner it goes for McKnight. Thought about the three, now she puts it on the floor, hands it back out for Duggan. Three ball on the way, long off of everything. And the rebound is controlled by Vega. Pushing it ahead for Tacoma, finds a man in the corner, Gilbert. Her drive is cut off and she kicks it up top. Gilbert tries the three, long off the glass, no good. Rebound to McKnight for Tacoma, and we have a whistle and a foul. First one of the game, and Gilbert is the guilty party. It's her first. Of course, the new system in women's basketball as of the last couple of seasons, counting team fouls by the quarter. Fifth one draws a two-shot penalty, NBA style. For Peninsula, Alvarez with the basketball up top, thinking about the three with Smith, and said she drives around, gets to the bucket, and a foul is called. It's going to go on. It's on McLean. That's her first, second on the team. No shot. Peninsula ball under their own basket. Smith trying to get it in. She does up to Thomas, but it's taken away by McLean. Still no score, 1 minute into the game. Tacoma with the basketball. Cutting in, blocked out of bounds. No. Last touch by Tacoma. The ball belongs to the Pirates. Kayla Alvarez will control for Peninsula. Duggan in the far side corner. Dribbles back toward the top, now between the circles. Watched there by Westendorf. Alvarez back for Duggan again, dribbles to her right, looks for space, none there, hands it back for McKnight. Lost the handle momentarily, got it back, now she drives into the lane, shots blocked away. McLean is there, and back the other way come the Titans. Stepping into the lane as Westendorf lays it up off the window, no good. She gets her own rebound and this time doesn't miss. First points of the game for Bobby Westendorf. Duggan for Peninsula. Up top for McKnight. Back for Alicia Duggan, now in the far corner. Alvarez with the basketball. McKnight bounced to the elbow. Back outside for Alvarez again. Lost it, spins into the lane, now gives for Thomas. 15-footer from the corner is good. And we're tied at a pair. Now coming ahead, Kiki Gilbert, pass a little bit behind her, knocked out of bounds by Alicia Duggan. And it'll stay with Tacoma. Sephora Yayus checks into the lineup. Alvarez will take a break. Yayus, an international player from Brussels, Belgium. Etterbeek Sports Club in Belgium. She's a sophomore. For Tacoma, this is Vega on the bounce. Now she'll take a long three, no good from straight on. Rebound for Tiffany Smith. She'll push it ahead, now give it for Yayus. Sephora Yayus. Dribbles to her left, finds some space, tries to feed it in for Thomas. Pass a little too strong, and it'll turn over to Tacoma. 2 points apiece, 2.5 minutes into this one. We're glad you're spending your Saturday morning with us. Nathan Murphy, Todd Elvig from the Walt Price Sports Center. The Walt Price Fitness Center, pardon me, here at Everett Community College. Game number 1 of the women's championships. We've had 2 full days of men's action, and now it's the ladies' turn. This, the first game here in the round of 16. McLean holding the ball for Tacoma, had a count on. Now Westendorf for a three from the angle, it's good. Bobby Westendorf has all 5 Tacoma points. Back the other way comes Yayus. Cutting into the lane, nice little handoff for McKnight, and she lays it up and good. 5-4, Tacoma leads, they have the ball. Westendorf dribbles to her right, watched by Duggan. Gets a screen for McLean. Now picks up her dribble, McLean at the elbow. Drives to the block against Thomas, layup is too strong, and the rebound for McKnight. Denise McKnight still with the basketball, drives toward the block, she's gonna go to the free throw line. And the foul's going to go on Westendorf, her first.
We got about 50 people up watching us already.
Well, good morning to each and every one of you. We're glad to have you. Feel free to interact with us at Seattle Nathan on Twitter, at Snohomish Sports. I got my phone right here. We'll answer as time permits. First free throw for McKnight's no good. And having a seat now is Tiffany Smith. As into the lineup rather, comes Anaya Rhodesia from Las Vegas. McKnight's second free throw also too strong, and the rebound for McLean. Tia McLean pushing it ahead. This is Jordan Vega on the wing. Into the lane, Westendorf. Spins, has it blocked by Thomas. But the rebound for Tacoma, 10 on the timer. Corner three for Kelly, no good. And the rebound taken down by Thomas. Ahead come the Pirates. This is Rhodesia just into the lineup. On the bounce, Yayuz. Works around the circle, now into the far side corner for Duggan. Her corner three is too strong off the rim, but the rebound picked up by Yayuz. New timer for Peninsula. Crossover dribble, shakes her man, drives into the lane and loses the handle. Picked up by McLean, she'll get the steal. And Tacoma will move it ahead. On the far side, Westendorf, she's got all 5 Titan points. Into the corner for Kiki Gilbert. Pass is knocked away by McKnight, and it'll stay with the Titans, 11 to shoot. Rodriguez, Amelia Rodriguez comes into the lineup for Peninsula. And Shoni Pritchett will come into the lineup for Tacoma. She replaces Vega. Inbounds pass comes to Pritchett, gets her first touch, gives it back for Westendorf, the trigger. Now it comes around top for Jordan Vega, the Hawaiian native. Kiki Gilbert drives into the near side. McLean couldn't go anywhere with it, and it comes back up top. We got a whistle away from the ball, and it's a 3-second violation. So a Titan turnover, and the ball goes back to the Peninsula Pirates. 5-4 Tacoma, just about halfway through the first period here.
Setting up stakes in there.
I'm sorry?
In the paint, they were setting up stakes there for their tent.
No, they got called for it. Leslie Smith from the center slot. Alicia Duggan dribbles between the circles. Finds Rhodesia. Anaya Rhodesia, watched there by Pritchett. Now she gives it over. Yayus on the bounce. Looking for something on the screen and roll. Instead, she lost the handle. And it was picked up by Mitchell, but she took too many steps. So a steal and a turnover in so many seconds for Abra Mitchell from Lakewood. Excuse me, that's Cedra Malik from Woodland. 32, not 22. 5:04 left in the first period, just shy of that first media timeout here. Inbounds pass knocked away, but recovered by Yayuz, who brings it ahead. Rhodesia on the elbow. Up top, this is Smith. Tiffany Smith drives the left lane line, now gives it out for Yayuz for 3. Too strong off the rim, rebounded by Thomas. Finds a cutting Rhodesia, her layup is good. Anaya Rhodesia gives Peninsula their first lead of the basketball game. Back ahead they come, Kiki Gilbert on the near side wing. Westendorf for 3, she's got it, and she's got 8. All 8 for the Titans, and they lead it by 8-6. Back the other way, Yayuz, she just had a 3, and now she has a turnover. Picked up there, and we have a foul that's going to go against Yayuz, I think, as she grabbed a hold of Cedra Malik, who had just taken it away. Let's confirm the foul. It is indeed on Yayuz. It's her first, and that will take us to the media timeout. 4 minutes, 23 seconds left in the first period. Peninsula trails Tacoma 8-6. You're watching the NWAC Sports Network and STSPN.com.
I remember the moment clearly.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
I realized at that moment, when we first saw the damage, these people really needed us. And I was going to make a difference, right here in my community. Together with local responders, we cleared trees and collapsed walls. We had to get to the family trapped beneath. As a citizen soldier, I made a difference.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
Looking for a challenge? Push yourself further. It begins when you enlist as a soldier in the U.S. Army. You'll be trained in more than 150 career fields, and you could even earn money for college. If you qualify. To find out more, visit your local Army recruiter or log on to GoArmy.com. Nathan Murphy on a Saturday morning with you here from Everett Community College. An early 2-point lead for the Tacoma Titans over the Peninsula College Pirates. As a corner three from Bobby Westendorf is good. She has all 11 Tacoma points, and her Titans have a 5-point lead here in the early going. On the other end, Sephoria Hughes, the Belgian national, drives into the lane, kicks into the corner for Rodriguez. She steps into the block and puts it up and good off the glass, and cuts the lead to 3. For Tacoma, it's Gilbert. Gives for Vega. Her 3 is too strong off the iron. But a rebound, and now we have a whistle. And we're going to have a shot clock discussion. I think the officials are wondering whether that shot hit the rim. It looked to us as though it didn't. And now they agree, so no reset, 21 on the timer.
Good eyes.
You know, in all honesty, it's a little tough sometimes because I got this railing here. I could stand up and see over it, but I like to write on my little sheet, so I'm kind of leaning to see where the shot goes every once in a while. A little bit easier from the vantage point of our officiating crew today. Greg Boos is your referee, Leslie Smith, Taylor Mick. Paul Patterson is the NWAC North and West assigner. He's sitting up in the stands today. 8-foot jumper no good by Westendorf, and the rebound is pulled down. And pushing the basketball is Janice McKnight. Watched there by Pritchett. Got a screen for a moment, now handed it for Yayuz. Sephoria Hughes. Watched by Malik. Into the corner, thinking about the long two is Rodriguez. Instead, she lost the handle. Credit the steal to Mitchell. And ahead come the Titans. Westendorf. Sidra Malik. Now a 3-point attempt from Pritchett. She's got it, and it's the first points for Tacoma from anybody besides Bobby Westendorf. And Peninsula wants timeout. 2:49 left to go. First period, and we'll take a quick break on the NWAC Sports Network and STSPN.com.
Medical specialists in the Guard are skilled in CPR, field triage, and emergency life support. Medics stabilize and evac the wounded during combat, come to the aid of civilians in a disaster, and provide day-to-day outpatient care. Medical specialists are saving lives on and off the battlefield.
Welcome back to Everett on a Saturday morning. Tacoma 14, Peninsula 8, as we play with under 3 minutes left here in period number 1. Glad you could be joining us today. As driving into the lane for Peninsula, not getting the bounce is Yamilia Rodriguez, and a whistle, and I think she'll be guilty of the foul. No, it's going to go on McKnight, and that's her first, second on the team. 2.5 to go here.
Help me with the with that last foul. Why was that not a jump?
You know, from up here, it's tough to see. My suspicion is she got her jersey or got a hand wrapped around before, as we have 2 points for Malik. Her first points of the afternoon, and Tacoma's doubling up Peninsula now. Meanwhile, at the other end, Smith lays it up and in. 16-10 the score, a 2-point lead for Peninsula. In those rebound situations, Todd, you often have a grab of the body or the arm before you get the tie-up.
I see.
I'm suspecting that's what Greg Booth saw. He was on the other side of the play from us, so without a camera over there, it's a little tough to say for sure.
You know, as a spectator, which, you know, I'm a spectator, sometimes you're wondering about, you know, what are the differences because you see it called both ways.
Sure. Peyton Kelly drives into the lane, just 3 to shoot. Long 2 for Gilbert, no good off the rim, rebounded by Smith. Pushing ahead is Rodriguez. Pass a little bit too strong and out of the reach of Duggan. Back to Tacoma we go. 16-10 the score. Just over 90 seconds left in the first period. Across the timeline, Jordan Vega with the ball. Malik, or Malik, excuse me. Now it's Pritchett, watched by McKnight. And a whistle. I think Rodriguez guilty of 2 hands. And that's her first, third on the Pirates. Both teams with 3 fouls in the period. Minute 13 left to go. In the women's game, remember, 2 free throws given on the 5th team foul in each quarter. Inbounds comes for Malik.
When did that start?
Season before this one. It's the NBA style penalty. I think it's worked very well in the game. And now with the ball. Looking for a little bit of space. Can't get the bounce off the window for Gilbert. And McKnight pushes it ahead the other way. McKnight lays it up on the window. Janice McKnight has 4 points. And the lead's down to 4 for Tacoma. 16-12 the score. As pushing it ahead is Malik. She's got a lane to the basket, but her layup's no good. McKnight dribbled it off her foot, but got it back. About an 8-second difference between the shot clock and the quarter clock now. McKnight has some space, drives into the lane, turns and puts it up off the glass and good. That's her 6th. And the lead's down to 2. Shot clock is off now, 20 seconds in the period. Cedra Malik looks to set up the offense, comes and gets it, does Pritchett. Watched by McKnight. She hands it off for Westendorf. Pritchett in the corner, now it's Gilbert. Drives in, has it knocked away out of bounds. It'll stay with Tacoma with 1.8. They'll have a throw in on the end line out a little bit wide. And one more chance to put something in here in the first period opening quarter. Taisha Thomas comes back for Peninsula. Replaces McKnight. Meanwhile, Tia McLean comes back in for Tacoma, and Peyton Kelly will have a seat. Pass. It comes into McLean off the bench, and an 18-foot jump shot no good off the rim and the glass, and that'll be the end of the first period with the score Tacoma 16 and Peninsula 14. We'll be back with the second on the NWAC Sports Network and STSPN.com.
Medical specialists in the Guard are skilled in CPR, field triage, and emergency life support. Medics stabilize and evac the wounded during combat, come to the aid of civilians in a disaster, and provide day-to-day outpatient care. Medical specialists are saving lives on and off the battlefield.
Invited to immerse yourself in the beauty of nature in all 4 corners of Lewis County, Washington. From our fields to your table, farms in the west share their bounty. Limitless landscapes, forests and mountains beg to be explored in the east. Fish our many rivers and lakes in the south, and discover where history and culture intersect in our twin cities. Explore it all by visiting our Facebook page and plan your next getaway at discoverlewiscounty.com. Culture, history, and adventure all come alive when you discover Lewis County.
Welcome back to Everett Community College. We've played 10 minutes here between the Peninsula Pirates and the Tacoma Titans. Tacoma with a 16-14 advantage here, and they'll start the second period with the basketball. Malik gives it off for Pritchett, who drives into the lane. Shot's no good, and the rebound falls to Taisha Thomas for Peninsula. Bringing it ahead. Yayus with the basketball, gives it. Thomas's jumper is no good. Out of bounds to Tacoma. (16-14), the Titans by a pair. The 3rd seed out of the NWAC West region. Peninsula, 2nd seeded out of the North. 2 division titles and 2 NWAC championship appearances in the last 2 years for Allison Crumb's club. The title, of course, in 2015, and falling to Lane last year in this championship game right here. 3-point attempt on the way from Gilbert, rims out. But the rebound comes down to Westendorf. She scores, and a foul. Bobby Westendorf will go to the line to try and complete the 3-point play. The foul goes on Rodriguez, and it's 2 on her. First in the period. So Westendorf has 13 of Tacoma's 18 points and looking to add one more here after the foul by Rodriguez.
You know, I just did some math, and you said 10 minutes so far into this game, and we have about 310 minutes to go today.
There you go. Well, I'm here for this one, and I'll be here for the next one between Umpqua and Treasure Valley. Second free throw was no good, and now at the other end, it's Thomas laying it up off the window. She's got 4. And it's still a 2-point game. I think it should be 20-18, shouldn't it? It's 18-16 at the end of the period. Either way, it's a 2-point game. 3-point attempt on the way, no good from Pritchett, but the rebound comes to Westendorf. After the offensive glass, she had it stripped, taken away by Duggan, and back the other way comes Peninsula. Rhodesia gives for Duggan. Now Yayus dribbling to her right. Gets a screen for McKnight, dribbles over to the free throw line, little running 15-footer, no good. And back the other way, Malik had the rebound. Westendorf in the front court. From the top for Malik, in the near side, it's Royko. Royko on the wing, watched by Rhodesia, now back up top for Sidra Malik. Dribbles to her left, now gives it for Royko again. Now Pritchett dribbles into the lane. Shot's no good and a held ball. Possession arrow favors favors Peninsula after Tacoma started the period with the ball. And a substitution for Tacoma. Tiffany Smith comes back into the game. Alicia Duggan out of Renton will take a break. Smith, Centennial High School in Las Vegas. A freshman scoring 5.5 points a game in about 22 minutes. Thomas with the basketball. Yayus. Now McKnight trying to spin on the mid-block. Nice over-the-shoulder pass for Thomas, and she gets 2. And that'll tie the game at 18 apiece. Now the other way, Westendorf had it, gives it back for Malik, who's running the point right now. She's watched by Yayus. Corner for McKenna Royko, back up top for Malik again. Cedra Malik. On the bounce was Pritchett. Entry pass for McLean at the high block. Malik, 4 on the timer. Far corner for Pritchett. Thought about the 3, dribbles into the elbow. 15-footer, no good off the rim. And McKnight takes down the rebound. Pushing it ahead, Janice McKnight. Looking to drive against 2, pushes it ahead into Westendorf, and she scores. McKnight's got 8, and Peninsula's got the lead for the first time since the first. Tacoma comes back looking to tie it up again or take the lead. Sidra Malik. Watched by Yayus once more. Those two have been guarding one another for the last several minutes. Now up top it goes for Pritchett. Malik on the near wing. Entry pass Westendorf. Turns around, spins out of trouble, but her layup's no good off the rim. Offensive rebound taken down. Now a jumper from Royko from 18 feet. Out of bounds, Peninsula ball. Contested by both players. I don't know that either one of them got a touch. And now we have a player down. And she's hurt. I didn't see what happened to McKenna Royko after she took that 16, 18-foot jump shot. It skidded out of bounds, but behind the play, she's gone down, and we're going to hope she's all right. We going to keep it here, Todd?
Sure. We won't keep it on her, though, because she looks like she's hurting pretty good.
Always unfortunate when that happens. I'll tell you, as an official, that's about the worst thing when away from the play somebody goes down and you know there wasn't any contact. You feel an urge to do something about something, but there wasn't, there's nothing you can do when somebody just, trips over
Twists
a line,
her
flips an ankle, and busts a knee, or sometimes even worse. So we wish all the best to McKenna Royko, the Aberdeen High School graduate. In her freshman season, she scored 3.25 points a game in about 10-11 minutes. Getting the chance to contribute for the Tacoma Titans.
Well, she's sitting up now, so
we wish her the very best. As, of course, we do to all the competitors. We never like to see anybody get hurt.
I have to commend the girls. They came out yesterday and were supporting the boys quite a bit. We saw several of the girls' teams here
Well, why wouldn't you?
Well, absolutely.
You get a chance to earn your slot in the regional college championship tournament, and that's an exciting thing in and of itself. And then you get to watch your boys or your girls, and the chance we hope some of the boys players are floating around here today. And
I believe those are some of the boys players over there
behind the Peninsula bench.
Yep.
So nice to see the support going both ways there. That's for sure. So McKenna Royko has made her way off and being attended to in the corner now by the training staff. We wish all the very best to her for a quick recovery. Hope we'll see her back later in the contest. And we'll resume. 6:19 to go here in the second. And it's going to be Peninsula basketball after the out of bounds. As we come back to live play here, Christy Martin making her way back to her bench after seeing to Royko. So, back to live action. Peninsula will have the ball, and Yayuz will bring it forward across the timeline and into the front court. Her squad leads by a pair after trailing for much of this period. On the bounce in the corner, Rhodesia. Now she'll try the corner three, no good, too strong. And the rebound for Sidra Malik. Dribbles around Duggan and into the front court. Pulls up at the three-point line, has a cutter in the corner. Driving into the lane, no good, but the rebound for Vega is up and in. She's got 2 points, and we're tied at 20. Now it's Yayuz. Duggan in the near side corner, gets a screen from Butler. Still on the dribble and a foul. And Malik the guilty party. That's her first Tacoma foul of the second period. Throw in for Peninsula on the sideline in front of us. Correction, they're going to put it down on the end line. And a substitution. Taisha Thomas comes back into the lineup. She's got 6 points here. Thomas, McKinley High School in Honolulu. A sophomore scoring 8 a game. Duggan trying to get it in now. Thomas, turnaround 5-footer. Takes a couple of bounces and falls. She has 8 now. 22-20 is the Peninsula lead. Westendorf for Tacoma. Had the count on for Duggan. Swings it across Vega. Puts it on the floor, dribbling against Butler. Vega dives into the lane, throws it up, no good off the glass, out of bounds, and it's going to go to Peninsula. Westendorf got a hand on it, knocked it away from Duggan, but out over the end line. They use inbounds. Tiffany Smith now buries it into the front court, had some space, trying to drive now against Kelly, and they'll pull it back out. Thomas at the free throw line. She'll take that jumper, rattles out. Rebounded by Gilbert. Gilbert leans around Smith, tries to dribble ahead, now gives it for Malik, who will slowly bring it into the front court. Kiki Gilbert on the near side wing, gets a screen from Westendorf. Gilbert dribbles to her right, picks up at the mid-elbow. Malik. Now Vega. She'll drive into the lane. Her shot was effective, she passed it instead, and a traveling violation. Westendorf switched her pivot. And that's going to bring us to the media timeout. 4:28 left in the second period. Peninsula 22, Tacoma 20. You're watching the NWAC Championship Tournament on NWAC Sports Network and STSPN.com.
Local farmers markets are a convenient place to get fresh, healthy food and products for your family. Lewis County has numerous markets that provide you with an affordable choice of fresh food products. Many of those farms are also available to purchase from directly, so you can take comfort in knowing exactly where your food is coming from. Meet your farmer, know your food. We make it easy in Lewis County.
As certified jumpers, divers, and survival experts, Special Forces are dropped behind enemy lines to train foreign fighters, carry out covert missions, or prevent future conflicts. These soldiers live for the challenge, highly trained and highly intelligent. Special Forces soldiers are the best of the best.
Welcome back to the Walt Price Fitness Center at Everett Community College. A beautiful facility. Second year it's been hosting this NWAC tournament, Todd, and boy, it's just been fantastic.
It really has been. You know, the turnout has been great. The viewership has been great, and NWAC just puts on a really good production here.
Absolutely. The production values have been top-notch. Good music, good PA. Our own Mark Ockett, a part of the PA scheme. But they do a really nice job here. Driving into the lane is Radisha for Peninsula. Shot's too strong, but Thomas takes down the rebound and scores. The putback gives her 10 points and a 4-point advantage for the Pirates. Now front court. Westendorf handling the point now with Malik. Long pass now looking for Westendorf. Trapped in the corner, gets it out for Gilbert. Hands it back to Westendorf in the corner. Gets it inside for Vega. Missed the jumper off the glass, but got her own rebound up and under. Jordan Vega scores to cut the lead to 2. Now ahead comes Duggan, got the pass. 18-foot jumper, no good. Rebounded by Smith, no reset, 20 to shoot. Yayus. Now it's in the corner for Duggan. Baseline drive off the window, too strong. Rebound Thomas off the glass and good. Taisha Thomas leads everybody with, leads her team rather with 12 points. Westendorf has 13 for Tacoma, and Peninsula leads it by 4. Westendorf. Mid-range jumper's good. Now she's got 15 to lead everybody. Westendorf and Thomas leading their teams ahead. Tacoma trails by 2. Rhodesia gives it for Duggan. Now in the corner this side, Yayus with the basketball. Far side for Rhodesia. She'll try the 3. Rattles out, no good. Out of bounds. Last touch by Peninsula. It will be Titan basketball. And checking back in, Janice McKnight. Rhodesia's going to have a seat. No, I'm sorry, Duggan's the replaced player. Allison Crum giving instructions. Taylor Mink comes over to say hello. Reminder to stay off the floor there. Taylor Mink, Boise, Idaho. Idaho State Tournament official the last couple of years. 3-pointer on the way is good. Westendorf has 18 points. And a timeout called. I'm not sure which team called it. I think Peninsula. And it's a 30. We'll take a quick break on the NWAC Sports Network and STSPN.com. Welcome back to Everett Community College. After the 3-pointer by Westendorf, Tacoma has retaken the lead. It's 27-26. Now Rhodesia tries the 3 from the corner, and she's got it. 5 points for her, and Tacoma now trails by 2 again. 29-27, the Peninsula advantage. Back and forth we go here in the second period. Driving into the lane, Vega gives it back for Westendorf. Drives toward the free throw line, and a whistle. Foul's going to be called. It's going to be on Smith. That's her first, second of the period. End line throw in for Tacoma. Westendorf will trigger. Bobby Westendorf gets it in. Kelly with the basketball, gives it back for Westendorf. Curls around at the elbow, 10-foot jumper blocked. Thomas was in the way, and ahead comes Peninsula. Yayus with the ball, steps around 1, gets it into Thomas. 12-foot baseline jumper's good. And Taisha Thomas has 14, and Peninsula's got a 4-point lead. Under 2 minutes in the second period. Other end, here's Kelly on the baseline drive. Tripped up, got it out. Now it's Malik who will try the 3. She's got it. Both teams shooting really well from outside. Malik's got 5, and it's a 1-point game again. 31-30 the score. McKnight in the front court. Watched by Malik. Caught the dribble on her hip. Throws it over for Rhodesia. Now the corner for Smith. Smith on the bounce, gives it for McKnight at the free throw line. Jumper's short. Off the rim, rebounded by Tacoma. Westendorf gives it for Malik, who brings it ahead. Vega with the ball. Vega drives into the lane, bumped by Thomas. She's going to get the foul, and Vega's going to go to the free throw line. That's Thomas's first foul, third in the quarter for Peninsula. Allie Crum didn't like the whistle, but 2 free throws coming for Jordan Vega. First one's on the way. Rims out, no good. Vega, 61% free throw shooter on the year, scoring 8.5 points in 25 minutes. Out of Maui High School, Thomas is going to take a seat as back into the game comes Alicia Duggan. Both teams playing pretty small right now. And the second free throw for Vega. This one's no good, too strong off the back rim. But the rebound falls to Kelly, and a new shot clock for Tacoma rather. They trail by a point as we approach a minute to play in the first half. Cedra Malik on the bounce to her left, gives for for Vega. Long pass for Westendorf underneath. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line. Duggan, the guilty party. That's her first foul, 4th on Peninsula. So the penalty on the next one, if Peninsula commits one more foul here in the period, 52.1 left to go. First free throw is good for Westendorf. And that ties the game at 31, and a chance for Westendorf to put her club ahead. Second free throw, perfect. 78% free throw shooter. She has 20 points on the afternoon so far, on the morning rather, and a timeout called by Tacoma. So 52.1 to go. Tacoma leads it by a point. We'll be right back. NWAC Sports Network and STSPN.com. Tacoma leads by a point in Peninsula basketball, but they turn it over, and then Tacoma turns it right back. So dueling turnovers. They throw it ahead for McKnight, driving into the lane. No good off the window, but a foul. I think it's going to go on Gilbert. No, it was Westendorf who was there, and that's her second. Perhaps a big development. Blocking foul on Westendorf, and McKnight will go to the line. Tacoma leads Peninsula by 1, so McKnight has a chance to put her squad back ahead. McKnight's first free throw is perfect, shooting 83% from the line on the season. And Barnes comes in for Peninsula. Radisha will have a seat. McKnight, one more free throw. Tied at 32 right now. And now Peninsula leads it by 1. Pritchett comes back in to play offense for one more moment. Westendorf will sit for the last 42.1 of this first half. 11-second difference between the shot clock and the period. Ahead is Malik. Cedra Malik. Pritchett on the wing. Watched there by McKnight. Pritchett drives into the lane, lost the handle. McKnight knocked it away. It's picked up by Duggan. Shot clock's off now, about 25 seconds for Peninsula. Dribbling ahead was Smith. Got it for Yayus, now it's Duggan. Yayus will bounce to her left. Between the circles, Duggan. Corner, Barnes for 3, no good, too strong. And a whistle, offensive foul. Cedra Malik got her elbow up.
That'll do it.
Instead of one more chance for Tacoma, it's going to be Peninsula with a throw in under their attacking basket with 6.2 left to go.
Well, she's just making a little space.
And that's illegal when you do it with your forearm. You're absolutely right, Todd. That's exactly what she did. So Tacoma turns it over on the offensive foul. And now we're going to have a quick discussion. Taylor Mink, Greg Boos.
What would you discuss when you were talking like that? What do you think?
You know, you'd have to be checking on something about the restart. And we're going to send players to their benches. I think they may be going to the monitor to look and make sure the elbow wasn't high for a flagrant one. I'm not entirely sure what they're talking about. That would be my guess. We'll reset the situation for you. 33-32 the score. Peninsula leads by a point over Tacoma, and that is indeed what they're doing. They're going to go to the replay monitor. The officials, it's an optional review. They're not required to go unless there's a fighting situation, but they have the option to go and look. Maybe they're just checking for time. In any case, no change is going to be made, and back we come. As the teams come back onto the floor, I'll remind you that Olympic College is a great place to hit the field and hit the books, earn your associate's degree and transfer to a university, or slide into home, earn your bachelor's degree right there without leaving Kitsap County. Learn more at olympiccollege.info/athletics. 6.2 to go. Peninsula throw in. Barnes to trigger. Looking for somebody, gets it into Yayus. 5 seconds and 4 on the bounce. Gets a screen, she'll throw up, it's a long 2, and it's good at the buzzer. Sephora Yayus, that's her first scoring of the game, and she extends the Peninsula lead to 3, 35-32, and that will take us to the halftime break. And we'll take a break. We'll come back with some halftime stats and analysis. You're watching the 2017 Northwest Athletic Conference Championship Tournament on NWAC Sports and STSPN.com.
Are you interested in learning about a career in criminal justice? Big Bend Community College has 2 degree options. One will prepare you for transfer to a university, and the other will teach you the basic skills many employers are looking for in entry-level applicants. Many graduates have started exciting careers in law enforcement, corrections, and forensics. Students gain experience and networking opportunities through hands-on training with local law enforcement. Local officers, attorneys, and judges visit classes to share expertise, actively recruit, or help with fun campus activities like our mock trial and crash simulation. Students tour local prisons, visit courts and law enforcement agencies to see how criminal justice works in our area. We offer classes in a variety of formats to provide flexibility for our students, and our advisors will help you along the way to meet your specific academic goals. Come see if a career in criminal justice is right for you. Big hopes, big dreams, big successes at Big Bend Community College.
This is my classroom. These are my school supplies. This is my laboratory. These are my assignments. This is my study group. This is my career. Apply and enroll now to the NIC Pharmacy Technology Program. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
People often ask, what is it you do? I'm an Idaho Army National Guard soldier. But then again, it's not that simple. You see, I'm more than a weekend warrior. It's a continuous effort every day. Yeah, there's extremely long hours, but it's worth it. I love my job. It's like anything else. My profession is whatever I want to make of it. I get to do the incredible things most people dream of. The men and women I serve with are dedicated to being a premier force. It's amazing when you see my entire unit work together. When push comes to shove and we receive that order, we put steel on target. I'm always ready to be called upon to serve our nation. But in the meantime, I train.
Present. Oh!
I serve and protect my neighbors while defending their right to freedom. I'm an Idaho community asset that stands among our citizens. The boundaries I once thought I had are continuously tested and broadened. So there you have it. People will not always know who I am or what I do. But that's alright, because I do.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
The commercial pilot program at Big Bend teaches students to fly and gives them the ratings and certificates necessary to work as a commercial pilot. Many of our students come to the commercial pilot program with little or even no aviation experience. They'll start flying an aircraft on day 2, and they progress through training with an instructor to flying the aircraft by themselves, traveling to other airports throughout the Northwest, and they get to learn to fly in a variety of different aircraft. Our students are all scheduled to fly twice a week at a minimum, and they will attend aviation ground school courses that are taught here on campus by the same instructors they fly with. The program operates 23 aircraft, mostly single-engine trainers. We also have multi-engine aircraft, as well as a float plane and a tailwheel aircraft. Moses Lake offers great weather for aviation and for training, with 5 runways at the airport, 13 approaches, a tower, and radar control. Our students also have the opportunity to operate in airspace that includes Boeing jets, the military, and lots of other flight training and testing activities.
At NIC, we believe in investing in our future, one built with dedicated, skilled, and hardworking people. And with the new career and technical education facility at North Idaho College, the future is bright. Today's students are tomorrow's workforce, and North Idaho College's career and technical education program will provide the training that will get you the job. Together, let's build the future. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
My game's developed 100% since I've been here in the Bay Area. Getting to the NBA is a major accomplishment, but surviving in the NBA is a totally new challenge. The way that I see the game now is all because of the experiences I've had in the last 7 years. It's all been an amazing journey.
Are you interested in learning about a career in criminal justice? Big Bend Community College has 2 degree options. One will prepare you for transfer to a university, and the other will teach you the basic skills many employers are looking for in entry-level applicants. Many graduates have started exciting careers in law enforcement, corrections, and forensics. Students gain experience and networking opportunities through hands-on training with local law enforcement. Local officers, attorneys, and judges visit classes to share expertise, actively recruit, or help with fun campus activities like our mock trial and crash simulation. Students tour local prisons, visit courts and law enforcement agencies to see how criminal justice works in our area. We offer classes in a variety of formats to provide.
Welcome back to the Walt Price Fitness Center here at Everett Community College. We are 60 seconds away from the start of the second half here. Peninsula has a 3-point lead, 35-32, over the Tacoma Titans. Nathan Murphy, producer, engineer, color guy, Todd Elvig. You do everything, buddy.
Yeah. That's why I'm a little bit, if anybody heard me accidentally yawning earlier this morning, we're 30-some hours into this, so.
Todd's been here since Tuesday setting up.
That is correct.
And
but
been
it's fun.
here all day Thursday and yesterday. The men's tournament, of course, they're down to their final 4, and I haven't got the bracket in front of me. Todd, who won yesterday?
Well, actually, I don't have the bracket in front of me either.
That's all right. I think
it's still a blur, 16.
I think Walla Walla beat
Walla Walla did beat
Whatcom. They dropped 100 on them.
They did. Wound up being like 100-71 or something like that.
I'm trying to think who else. I think South Puget Sound got beat, but I can't remember who beat them. I apologize for not having the bracket up in front of me, but of course, we'll get the little promo in here. NWACsports.org has all of that information and more, and the links to these broadcasts. So we're glad you're joining us. The start of the second half, we're underway now. Nathan Murphy, producer, engineer, Todd Elvig, thanks for joining us on a Saturday morning. First round game in the NWAC Championships, round of 16. Winner advances, and we'll get the winner of the next game between Umpqua, top seeded out of the South, and Treasure Valley. First possession, Yayus throws it away. Tacoma basketball on the near sideline. First year of this specific format for the NWAC Championships. Last year they tried with the regionals, where the first round games, the round of 16 games, were played at home sites. Apologize about that audio. We'll get that out of there.
That was my computer alarm clock. I don't know how that got on there.
Time to wake up, Todd.
Oh my gosh.
In the near side, Schaubel tries the long 2. It's no good. Rebounded by Thomas. Taisha Thomas brings it ahead. Little bit of a bump. Malik wanted a double dribble. Nothing coming. Now it's Thomas inside. Nice feed from Duggan. And Taisha Thomas has 16.
I'm not sure the audience actually heard that.
Well, maybe not. It was in my headphones. I guess I assumed that they could. Out of bounds. Tacoma retains possession. So 20 to shoot. As we were saying, they tried the regionals. The first round contests in the round of 16 were at the home sites of the higher seeds. And then an 18 tournament for the men and the women here in Everett. This year, they decided to do it over 2 weekends, NCAA style. And everybody's really been looking forward to this. We've seen some quotes as the ball's knocked out of bounds and it'll go back to the Pirates. People have been very excited about this. Feels kind of big time. Feels like the NCAA's, and this facility's been fantastic for it. So we'll look forward to the men's and women's Final Fours next weekend.
I think it feels more like a workout.
Inside, Thomas kicks it out. Yayus, she'll try the long 3, and she got it. Sephra Yayus from several feet outside the 3-point arc. She's got 5, and Peninsula has opened the lead to 8 points, 40-32, and Tacoma wants timeout.
Well, we'll keep it here for a second. I wanted to say that I wanted to welcome the 100 or so people that are on YouTube and the 148 or so that are on Daycast.
Awesome. Glad to have all of you. And now we're going to throw you to commercial. Media timeout here.
Oh, media. Well,
8:20 to go, 40-32. Right? We'll be right back on NWAC Sports and STSPN.com.
My game's developed 100% since I've been here in the Bay Area. getting to the NBA is a major accomplishment, but surviving in the NBA is a totally new challenge. The way that I see the game now is all because of the experiences I've had in the last 7 years. It's all been an amazing journey.
Lewis County is full of opportunities, especially when it comes to our food. Here, our farmers are growing food and making products that provide healthy, fresh, and tasty options for your family. Lewis County is also home to many restaurants that purchase directly from these farms and offer entire meals made with ingredients fresh off the farm. Meet your farmer, know your food. We make it easy in Lewis County.
Welcome back to Everett.
Caught you off guard that time.
Yes, it did. Nathan Murphy, Todd Elvig, we're glad you're with us. Tacoma basketball in their front court after the timeout. They trail by 8 now after the three-point goal by Malik on the other end, and a whistle. Foul's going to go against Peninsula. And you use the guilty party. That's her second. First of the third period for the Pirates. Tacoma basketball coming up on 8 minutes to go in the third. Left side, this is McLean. Goes inside for Westendorf. Turnaround jumper off the window, bounces around and falls. She had 20 in the first half, and she's got 22 for the game now. Cuts the lead to 6. 34 for Tacoma, 40 for Peninsula. Driving in was McKnight, out of bounds. Lost the handle, back to Tacoma.
I don't think there's a slide in basketball, is there?
Well, sure there is. You can dive after the ball and slide, but...
Now, what is the traveling rule? If you slide on your back, it's not traveling. If you slide on your...
in college, it's pretty simple. High school's a little different, but in college, the rule is this. You may not lift your pivot foot and return it to the floor. That's it.
So if you lay there like an upside-down turtle, then you're all right?
Technically, yep.
Wow.
I know this very well because in my first four-year game, I called a travel that was a high school travel. And boy, did I hear about it.
Oh.
Turnover. Ahead comes McKnight. Foul's going to be called. McKnight's going to go to the free throw line. And Kiki Gilbert says, "Who, me?" And Leslie Smith says, "Yes, you." Second foul on Gilbert. And the first on Tacoma here in the third period. So to the line, McKnight. 83% free throw shooter on the year. First one's no good. McKnight averaging 13 points, 8 rebounds, a couple of assists, steal and a half or so in 23 minutes. The sophomores had a pretty good year out of Las Vegas. Second free throw is on the way, and that one's good. And the lead is 7 now, 41-34. Waiting for that point to go up on the board. She did make that free throw, didn't she?
She did.
And the throw-in came in from out of bounds. There's the point, 41-34. For Tacoma. On the drive was Malik, and she was fouled, so it's going to be Tacoma basketball underneath. And you use the guilty party. And that's her third, so she's going to have a seat as back into the game comes Alicia Dugan. Kent Ridge High School. Dugan, the sophomore from Renton. 14 points, leads the team in points with 14 per game and steals. And in fact, she's in the top 15 in free throw percentage and steals. And that's for the whole NWAC, not just the division. For Tacoma, Westendorf with the basketball, 12 on the timer. She's watched by Rodriguez. Gets it to Kelly, who's looking to get it into the lane. Instead, Westendorf in the corner. Baseline drive, throws up a 10-footer, can't get rim. And the rebound for Dugan. Ahead. McKnight lost the handle as she stepped into the lane, but gets it back. Puts it up off the glass and good. Janice McKnight's got 11 points. And the lead out to 9. I apologize, was that Thomas who scored? Thought it was McKnight. We'll give that one to Thomas. She's got 18. Either way, the Peninsula lead is 9 now, 43-34. 6:15 left to go. Inside, it's Westendorf. She's got 24 points. And the lead is 7 now. 43-36. McKnight with the ball. Thomas at the top. Now it's Rhodesia on the wing, up top for Dugan. She'll try the three. Gets the front of the rim, bounces off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Vega. Ahead come the Titans. Westendorf on the far wing. Reverses her dribble back toward the top, guarded by Rodriguez. Near the center circle. Gives it for Peyton Kelly. One bounce to her left, now Westendorf. Dribbles around the screen. Into the free throw circle. She was fouled. Rodriguez is going to commit the foul and send Westendorf to the line.
So help me with, so they have 5 fouls. Can they foul out?
Yes, absolutely.
Well,
so
if they reset the fouls.
They reset the team fouls.
Team fouls.
Team fouls. So instead of accumulating team fouls per half and shooting at 7 and then double at 10, you accumulate team fouls per quarter.
And they get doubles at 5.
And you shoot 2 at 5 in the quarter. Yeah. NBA style for those familiar with that game. The first free throw for Westendorf, no good. And she'll get one more. In the women's game, the effect has been fewer free throws, but still the incentive not to commit that many fouls. It's been a good system. So the second free throw was good. Westendorf now has 25 points. And the other way, it's Rhodesia with the ball. And a whistle traveling the call. Tiffany Smith, too many steps. I think she switched her pivot after she caught the ball. And it goes back to the Titans. They trail by 6, 43-37, coming up on the 5-minute mark here. We will have another media timeout coming up. Westendorf with the ball. Drives into the lane, a whistle away from the ball, no shot. Getting knocked down was a Tacoma player, and the foul goes on Smith. That's her second. And it's the 4th team foul on Peninsula here in the 3rd quarter. So the next one will bring free throws. Throw in underneath for Tacoma. Inbounds pass comes to McLean in the free throw circle. She tries a shot, it's good. The foul's going to go on Thomas, and one free throw coming. As McLean got the shot to fall, and it's her first point of the game, and she'll have a chance to complete the 3-point play. Thomas's second foul. And they didn't give it to Thomas. I apologize. She had the body in there, but it was Rhodesia who came in and slapped from the other side. So she gets the foul. It's her first, 5th of the period. Free throw for McLean. Misses everything. That's a violation. And so it'll be a throw-in for Peninsula with 5:08 left to go in the 3rd. 43-39 the score after the McLean bucket. Peninsula with the 4-point lead. They've led by as many as 9 as diving in was Mitchell. And she'll get to the free throw line with exactly 5 minutes left to go, and that should bring us to the media timeout. The foul goes to McLean. It's her second, and that does bring us to the timeout. 5 minutes exactly left in the 3rd period. Peninsula 43, Tacoma 39. You're watching the NWAC Sports Network and STSPN.com.
When it's your job to protect the world's greatest nation, it's your responsibility to solve the world's greatest challenges. This is why we search for the best and brightest, why we train for every eventuality, on land and water, in the air, space, and even cyberspace. We operate in a complex world with one simple mission: win.
I graduated from high school in 2008, went to UW for a year, came back to Spokane, You know, graduated, wasn't really sure what I was gonna do, so I headed to Spokane Falls. I feel like the energy in Spokane is evolving. Having a good, accessible college right here in town is a really important part of that. So I just started working at Helvetica, which is a local design firm. The Falls definitely prepared me for getting a good job right out of college.
My name is Morgan Lynch. This is my college, my community.
EVCC trivia time. Why do 19,000 students choose Everett Community College every year? The answer, we have cutting-edge technology, and we'll teach you how to use it. Register now for spring classes at everettcc.edu. We thank Everett Community College and all of our sponsors for their support on this tournament weekend and for the use of their fantastic facility. This has just been great for us. The players, coaches, officials, everybody saying good things about the Walt Price Fitness Center. Tiffany Smith, first free throw is good. Extends now a 5-point advantage. 44-39 the score. Halfway through period number 3. We're glad you're with us. Nathan Murphy, Todd Elvig bringing you this one from Everett. First round game in the NWAC championships. The second free throw was no good for Smith. And ahead with the basketball, this is Vega. Dumps it inside McLean. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by Dugan. Excuse me, that's Barnes. Mylan Barnes out of East Vale, California. Her first action. Shot from Smith is no good, but she gets her own rebound. It bounced away to the left. And Peninsula will reset. 5-point advantage for them. 4.5 left in the third. Barnes drives to her left. Gives for Smith. Gets cut off. Dugan. Now Smith driving into the lane. Barnes, shot no good. And the rebound pulled down by Westendorf. Leading scorer in the game with 25. Now gives it for Malik. Cedra Malik finds some space in the lane. Offensive foul. I said she found space. She did it illegally. And she picks up her third foul. Third on the Titans. As she pushed off on Dugan and knocked her to the deck. Greg Booth was right there. McKnight comes back into the game.
Feel the earthquake there? It always, yesterday it freaked us all out when they were warming up here on the track and the whole kind of bridge kind of track would start doing a wave.
You know, my day job, I'm a structures engineer, and metal deflects more than people realize it does. Long three on the way from Dugan. Glass and rim, but no good. And now Dugan falling down. Peninsula wanted another foul on Malik. I don't know that it was there that time. No call given. Now diving in was Vega, trying to find a space to drive. Instead it comes loose. Kelly had the ball, and it falls down. We have a whistle, traveling violation. Malik turns it over for the second straight possession. And Greg Booth's going to go over and give an explanation to Christy Martin, third-year head coach at Tacoma. And into the game now checks in Mylan Barnes. Dugan will have a seat. She's got she's only got one foul. Who is it? It's Yayus that's got 3 fouls. She hasn't been in for a while now. Peninsula still holding on to that 5-point lead. Barnes on the left side wing. Had McKnight inside, didn't get it to her. Yayus back in the game now on top. Radisha. Yayus, watched by Malik. Drives toward the free throw line now. Radisha for 3. A little too strong off the rim. Rebound bounces out of bounds. It was last touched by Westendorf. So possession and a new shot clock for the Peninsula Pirates. As we've mentioned, successful program over the last couple of years. 2 division titles. Just 2 losses in tournament league play rather, and a tournament championship in 2015. McLean is the guilty party on the foul. It's her third, and the 4th in the third quarter. So penalty both ends on the next foul. And a throw in now for Peninsula. Barnes will trigger. Gets it into Radisha. Up top, Yayus just back into the game. Tiffany Smith finds space, splits the defense, goes to the line now after the foul. And I think McLean just picked up her 4th. And that is the case. Fourth personal foul on Tia McLean from Lakewood. And she might have to take a seat now. Just 13 whole minutes left in the game, 3:02 in the third. And Christy Martin at the other end just absolutely cannot believe it. Getting an explanation from the officials now. First free throw, no good. It's still a 5-point lead, 44-39 for Peninsula. One more for Smith. That one's no good as well. Only a 58% free throw shooter on the year. She missed both of those, and 3 of 4 on the day she's missed. Front court, Westendorf. Guarded closely there by Smith. Now gets it off to Vega. Jordan Vega near the timeline. Guarded loosely by Barnes. Finds some space and drives. Little 4-foot jump shot, no good, and a foul. And we're going to have some free throws, penalty free throws for Tacoma. We'll see who the foul's on. It's on Janice McKnight. That's her third. And it'll send Vega to the free throw line for the bonus. 2:40 left to go here, third quarter. Peninsula 44, Tacoma 39. First free throw is good for Vega. 61% free throw shooter. After committing her fourth foul, McLean's going to take a seat. Shawnee Pritchett comes back in. Pritchett had 3 points in the first half. Vega's second free throw, no good. Rebound by McKnight. Gives it for Rhodesia, who bounces it ahead. Anaya Rhodesia into the corner, Dugan. Gets it for McKnight. Pivots, turns, and scores. Janice McKnight, she's got 11 on the afternoon. Keep saying that, it's definitely not afternoon yet.
It is not.
I'm not used to having games in the morning, that's for sure. Now a three-point attempt from Vega is on the way, and she's got it. She's got 8 points on the day, and they've cut the lead to 3, 46-43. Now at the other end, diving into the lane as Rhodesia lays it up off the window. 48-43 the score. It's a 5-point game. Slowly bouncing Malik. Gives it for Kelly in the corner. Dribbles back up toward the wing. Now tries to dump it inside. I thought that was a shot. It was an entry pass for Westendorf, and it's stripped away by Dugan. Alicia Dugan sprints into the front court. Now she'll slow it up. Give it back for McKnight, who just managed to keep it in the front court. And now they'll settle down. Dugan on the wing, dribbles toward the top. Rhodesia on the right side, tries the long three, and it's good. Anaya Rhodesia in double digits now, and it's back out to an 8-point advantage. For Tacoma, Malik dribbles to her left, picks it up, gives it for Kelly. Kelly tries to get it inside Westendorf, denied again. Peninsula's done a really nice job after allowing 20 points from Westendorf in the first half. They've only allowed 5 from her here in the first 9 minutes of the period. And now Rhodesia with the basketball and an 8-point lead. 40 seconds to go, 12 to shoot. Rhodesia drives into the lane, 5-foot floater is good. And a double-digit lead. It's the largest of the game and a whistle. And I think the inbounds pass was never completed legally. The ball skittered away. And a substitution, Thomas will come back in. She's also been slowed down in the second half. She had 14 in the first 2 periods, only 4 so far here in the second half. But her team leads by 10, 53-43. About a 2.5-second difference between the shot clock and the third quarter. Shawnee Pritchett. Watched loosely by Thomas. Dribbles slowly to her left, now looks to drive. Thomas is there, cuts it off. 12-footer on the baseline is good for Pritchett. Cuts the lead to 8, now 12 seconds left for Peninsula. Ahead for Dugan. Watched by Pritchett, gets it inside for Thomas, now outside for Rhodesia. Three-pointer is blocked. Nice defensive effort from Malik, and we have a whistle. And that's going to be the end of the third period. Did we have a foul? I'm not sure we did. And we're going to say that's the end of the quarter. So, Peninsula 53 And Tacoma 45, we've played 30 minutes, 10 are left on the NWAC Sports Network and STSPN.com.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
Aviation warrant officers deal in high-pressure situations, life-saving disaster rescues, delivering soldiers and payloads to critical areas, and engaging enemy targets. Supported by an aviation mechanic team on the ground, guard pilots control the sky.
Welcome back to the Walt Price Fitness Center in the start of the fourth quarter here. Peninsula holds an 8-point lead over the Tacoma Titans, but the Titans have the basketball to start the fourth period. Dribbling to her left, Cedra Malik. Up top for Vega. Thought about the three, now she'll put it on the deck instead. Entry pass for Westendorf. One dribble, throws it up high, no good. Rebound by Thomas for Peninsula. Dugan will bring it ahead. Watched by Pritchett. She hands it for Yayus, Sephora Yayus. Dribbles back to her left, had some space for a while. Now it's Rhodesia, corner three, no good. Rebound brought down by Vega for Tacoma. Ahead come the Titans. They trail by 8, looking to cut into that. Half a minute gone by in the fourth quarter. Westendorf's shot was stripped away, but she'll get it back. Excuse me, that was Kiki Gilbert. And now up top for Pritchett. Dribbling to her left, cut off by Thomas. And now Vega. Jordan Vega. 15-foot elbow jumper, no good. Rebound, Alicia Dugan for Peninsula. Manages to hang on to it and not step out of bounds, and ahead will bring it Yayus. Now on the corner, McKnight. Drives, cuts into the baseline and scores. Janice McKnight. 13 points for the sophomore. At the other end, this is Pritchett. She's going to try the corner three. Well short, and the rebound for Thomas. She's got space in front of her, she'll dribble. Hands for Yayus, and a whistle. Yayus was fouled, and so it's going to be Peninsula ball underneath. Foul goes on Pritchett, that's her first. And the first on the team here in the fourth period. Tiffany Smith checks back in. Rhodesia will have a seat. She's got 12 points, including a couple of three-pointers here in the second half. Dribbling to her left, Yayus. Gives for Smith, now corner for McKnight. Drives, puts it up. Vega was there, but Thomas gets the rebound and lays it back in. Taisha Thomas has 20 now, and the lead is 12. Largest of the game for the Pirates. Pritchett tries to dive into the lane. Thomas fouled her. Oh, they're going to put it on McKnight instead, and that's her fourth. Oh, I got the fouls wrong. They're saying that's her third. Okay. So I missed one somewhere. That's the third on McKnight, first on the team. And a pair of free throws for Shoni Pritchett. Graduate of Charles Wright Academy in Tacoma. In her freshman season, she's played 12.5 minutes a game, scored about 4.5 points, couple of rebounds. Definitely contributing and developing her game. A couple of officials come together to have a quick discussion about something, and now we're back for the second free throw. First one was no good for Pritchett. 77% free throw shooter on the year. Second one's up and perfect. Cuts the lead now to 11. Coming up on the 8-minute mark here in regulation. 11-point lead for the Peninsula Pirates. Near side, it's Tiffany Smith. Drives the baseline, gets it to the far side for Rodriguez, tries to dive into the lane. Thomas had it knocked away out of bounds, 15-13 on the timer. Inbounds pass comes to Thomas, swing it around the top for Yayus. Now Smith, far corner for Dugan. This is Rodriguez turning around on the block, and a held ball's been called. She tried to go up with the shot, did Yamalai Rodriguez, and was pushed back to the floor with the ball. And so the held ball stays with Peninsula, no reset. They've got 6 to get a shot off. Dugan will trigger, gets it into Rodriguez. Spins, pivots, lays it up and in. Yamalai Rodriguez, her first points of the second half, extends the lead 59-46. It's 13, largest of the game, and now it's taken away by Rodriguez at the other end. Peninsula slowly starting to pull away here as we tick under 7.5 in regulation. Yayus, and a whistle. Blocking foul called on Malik. That is her 4th. So the point guard for Tacoma, four fouls now with 7 minutes left in the game. There is a substitute waiting at the bench. Presumably she will replace Malik. Thomas's layup is no good. Rebounded the Titans, and ahead they come. Westendorf gives it back up for Malik. Now on the far side, Gilbert. Gilbert on the bounce, drives into the lane, and a foul. It's going to be Tacoma basketball underneath. We'll see who it's on. It's on Yamalai Rodriguez. That is her 4th. 2nd on Peninsula. And now we have the substitutions, and that is indeed Malik who's going to go to the bench. Malik, rather. Peyton Kelly comes back in. Rodriguez has a seat with 4 fouls for Peninsula. She is replaced. Who came back in? McKnight came back in. And a throw in for Tacoma. Shout out to Michael Thorner. Glad you're listening. And a 2-point goal. And Pritchett scores for 2. She has 9, but still a 11-point lead, rather. Thomas's shot was no good, and then McKnight's going to be guilty of diving in there, trying to get it back. She wanted the held ball, but she's guilty of her 4th personal foul. So that's the 3rd on the team, and a couple of Pirates now have 4 fouls, McKnight and Rodriguez. Allison Crum wanted the held ball. She explaining her case to Taylor Mink, but her team still with the 11-point advantage. Shoni Pritchett with the basketball. Gets it into the lane for Westendorf, who puts it off the glass with a little jumper. 27 points now for Bobby Westendorf. And the lead is single digits again. It's 59-50 as we tick under 6 minutes to play in regulation. Does Tacoma have a run in them, or can Peninsula hold on? Yayus with the basketball. Now it's Smith driving into the lane. Corner 3 from Dugan, misses everything, no reset. And then Smith had it stripped, so Tacoma gets a stop. Looking to cut the lead to 6 or 7. Driving ahead is Westendorf. Gets into the lane, and now a bump by Thomas. That's going to be her 3rd foul. Or maybe just her 2nd. And I've got the number wrong again. It goes on Rhodesia. That is her 2nd. 4th on the team here in the 4th period. That'll learn me to try and call the fouls from up here.
That'll learn me.
First free throw is up and good for Westendorf. She's got 28. And I'm rapidly running out of space on my sheet here. I only allowed for 30. We're going to have to do something a little different here, as she is now at 29 after she makes both free throws. So the lead's down to 7, 59-52, 5:37 left in regulation. Tacoma has cut it from 13 to 7 with a 6-0 run here in the last couple of minutes. Now ahead it comes for Thomas. Layup is no good, can't get the rebound. It's picked up by Tacoma. Vega with the basketball. She pushes it ahead. Jordan Vega dives into the lane. 5-foot jump shot, no good. Rebound taken down by Smith. Tiffany Smith gives it for Yayus, who will settle it down. Peninsula looking to run a little clock here as we come up on 5 minutes to play. 59-52. Tacoma's led by as many as 13 in the quarter and a held ball. And it's going to go back to the Titans. So they're putting on a little bit of a run here. They've scored 6 in a row, and they're going to get the basketball back. They have 5 minutes and 1 second left to work with here to try and get themselves back in this basketball game. Christy Martin's club trailed by as many as 13. Now Pritchett on the bounce. Dives into the lane against Thomas. Can't get the roll, but the rebound to Kelly. In the corner now, Westendorf. Leading scorer in the game with 29, gets it to Pritchett in the corner. Thought about the three, now she will take it over Thomas, no good. Rebound again. Kelly had it for a second, but instead it falls to Rodriguez. Excuse me, that was Yayus who picked up the rebound long out near the division line, and now she has it, gives for Dugan. Near side, Anaya Radisha. Count is on, gets a screen from Thomas, now she'll try the three. Rims out, no good, rebound, pulled down by Gilbert. Coming up on 4:15 left in the game now. Still a 7-point difference. Shawnee Pritchett on the bounce, lost the handle, and it's picked up by Rodisha. Big steal for Peninsula. Ahead for Dugan, she lays it up and off the glass. And that'll end the run. And that's Dugan's first point of the game. She's been effective defensively, good on the point, but hadn't scored, and now a foul. And she's the guilty party, Alicia Dugan's second foul. And both teams now in the penalty as we come to the media timeout. 3:56 left to go here in regulation. It's a 61-52 lead for Peninsula. We'll be back on the NWAC Sports Network and STSPN.com.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
The challenges facing the country never stop. So neither does the U.S. Army. We train, adapt, and get smarter. Every soldier, every unit, every day. Not to keep up with change, but to drive it. Nobody knows what problems tomorrow will bring, but we do know who will solve them.
Fans, the Swinomish Casino and Lodge features 98 luxury rooms overlooking Padilla Bay and the San Juan Islands. Dine at a 13 Moons restaurant, which features flavors of hand-cut Alderwood grilled seafood, meats, and the freshest flavors of the Northwest. Play over 800 of the latest slots and table games, including blackjack, craps, roulette, and pie gow. For more information on events and promotions, please visit SwinomishCasinoandLodge.com. At the line is Shawnee Pritchett for the first of 2 free throws, and it's good. 77% free throw shooter. She cuts the lead to 8. 61-53 here in this round of 16 game in the 2017 NWAC Championships. Nathan Murphy, Todd Elvig, we're glad you're spending part of your Saturday morning with us as it bounces out of bounds and it'll go to Peninsula. Back into the lineup comes Cedra Malik. She's got, hang on, we got something going on. There we go. Cedra Malik comes back in. She's got 4 fouls, but she'll come back in for the stretch run here. We're under 4 minutes to play. Peninsula holds an 8-point lead over the Tacoma Titans, who had cut it to 7, had also trailed by as many as 13 here in the 4th period. As into the front court comes Yayus. Corner, Dugan, back for Yayus. Has McKnight. McKnight's going to think about the screen. Instead, she gets the ball. Thomas at the top of the circle. Far side, Tiffany Smith. Inside for McKnight, knocked away, tries to get it back, and she does. Calling timeout, and they're going to give it to her. 30-second timeout, Peninsula. And we're going to step aside. 3:33 left in this one. It's an 8-point game on the NWAC Sports Network and STSPN.com.
Welcome to Lewis County, home of the Willapa Hills Trail. Scenic farmland and forested landscapes await you as you cross century-old trestles on the Newacum and Chehalis rivers with glimpses of Mount Rainier. Bring your horse, walk your dog, or enjoy a bike ride with the family and take part in the annual Ride to Willapa Bicycle Festival. Get outside and unwind. Your adventure awaits along the Willapa Hills Trail in Lewis County.
Looking for a challenge? Push yourself further. It begins when you enlist as a soldier in the United States Army. You'll be trained in more than 150 career fields and could even earn money for college if you qualify. To find out more, visit your local Army recruiter or visit goarmy.com. Whistle away from the ball. It's a kicked ball. Peninsula was down to 4 to shoot, but they'll get a new 15 now. And 3:30 left on the game clock here in the fourth period. Yayus will make the inbounds pass on the end line. And it was batted back down by Kiki Gilbert. We'll do it again. This time they get it in. It's McKnight in the far corner. Tries the baseline drive on Kelly. Shots up and no good. Rebound taken down by Gilbert. And ahead come the Titans. Vega on the push pass, and it's an offensive foul. Jordan Vega ran over Alicia Dugan. And it's her first personal foul, and that's a big one. Just the third team foul rather, but a turnover that Tacoma could not afford as we come down now. 3:20 left in regulation. Kelly with the ball. McKnight in the backcourt. Smith, 22, 21. This is going to be a turnover. Even if they'd gotten there, it would have been a 10-second violation. And out of bounds to Tacoma deep in the front court. Way down there on the sideline. And that's where Peyton Kelly will take the throw in. Substitutions, McLean comes back in. She's been sitting with 4 fouls for Tacoma. And now she's back in for the final 3 minutes. They trail it by 8, 61-53. Pass comes for Pritchett, top of the key, Gilbert. Pritchett in the corner. Kelly thought about the 3. Instead, it goes inside for Westendorf. Turnaround, no good. Rebound pulled down by McKnight. Ends up in the hands of Thomas. Ahead comes Yayus. This is Dugan in the near side wing. Now dribbling to her left toward the top of the circles. Gives back for Yayus. A whistle. Foul called. And it's going to be Peninsula basketball underneath. The foul goes against Pritchett. It's her second and the 4th team foul. And that's the last non-shooting foul unless we have a team control here. Both teams will be in the penalty for the rest of the game. 2:46 in regulation. Peninsula basketball under their own bucket. Throw-in comes. Dugan. Thomas almost lost the handle, gets it for McKnight, now gets it back again on the block. Dugan drives to her left, pulls it out for a 3, misses off the rim. Rebound is yanked down strong by Gilbert, but she throws it away. We got a whistle. I think the foul's going to go against Dugan, and that would send Malik to the line, and that is indeed what's going to happen. A break for Tacoma as Kiki Gilbert almost threw the ball away, but instead a foul committed by Alicia Dugan. It's her 3rd. And that's going to send Cedra Malik to the free throw line, a 57% free throw shooter. She's got 5 points today, has not scored in the second half. Needs these one. It's an 8-point Peninsula advantage. The first one is no good, back iron. And these opportunities are starting to slip away here for the Titans. It looked like they were going to make a game out of it. They cut the lead from 13 to 7 in pretty rapid fashion. But it's stagnated here at 8 for a while. Second free throw, no good off the front of the rim. Malik dives in for it. We got a held ball. And possession is going to favor Peninsula. Christy Martin was frantically calling a timeout. I think the officials are going to say that there was never Tacoma possession and that, well, now they're going to talk about it.
Well, that's what I was wondering, because when you looked at it, I didn't see a clear possession.
I didn't either, but we're going to have the discussion. And all 3 officials are going to gather now. Players are being sent to their benches. while the crew gets together, and they're going to discuss whether there was enough possession to grant Tacoma the timeout. Christy Martin was definitely calling for it. You could see it on the screen. The question is,
there we're going to go to the...
Well, they're going to go to the replay monitor, and I'll tell you, I don't know that that's what they're going for, because I don't think that's something they can review. So are they looking for a foul? Perhaps they thought an elbow was in there. I'm honestly not certain what we're looking at, but Greg Booth and Leslie Smith over there looking at the replay screen, and we'll find out when everybody in the room finds out. They'll tell the PA, and we'll let you know what we learn. But while they're over there, we'll take the chance to do some EVCC trivia with you. Why do 19,000 students choose Everett Community College every year? Answer, well, we have fun with live sports, live music, and more you'll never want to leave. Register now for spring classes at everettcc.edu. We thank Everett Community College and all of our sponsors. GS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical sponsoring the crawl down at the bottom of the screen. Todd Elvig. Those production values, they keep getting better, buddy.
You got to keep upping the value to be able to get those guys to jump in.
Well, thanks to the 250 plus of you who are joining us this morning.
It's more than that now.
What do we got, buddy?
So now we've got about 150, 154 on YouTube, and on Daycast we have 323.
Well, outstanding. Welcome to all of you. We're glad you're here. Particular welcome to officials around the region. We know some of you up in Alaska getting ready for games in the NCAA Division II tournament up there. Congratulations to the Northwest officials assigned to work that championship. We've got folks getting ready for their own games here in the NWAC championships later in the day. All the men's crews were here Thursday and Friday. Some of them will be back next weekend. Always fun when you get the chance to referee basketball games in March, that's for sure. And we're still discussing here what's going on. And we'll let you know as soon as we know. Haven't had any word yet. A lengthy discussion between this crew. Greg Booth is your referee. Leslie Smith and Taylor Mink, the umpires. 12 officials, 3 from each region get selected to work this event. Booth's a West region guy. Leslie Smith from the north and Taylor Mink from the east. He's out of Boise. 3 very good referees, and now head coaches Christy Martin and Allison Crum are getting an explanation from Greg Booth. And as I said, we'll let you know as soon as we know. And they're explaining it to the official scorekeeper right now. We'll take a chance to tell you that Olympic College is a great place to hit the field and hit the books. Earn your associate's degree, then transfer to a university or slide into home and earn your bachelor's degree right in Kitsap County. Learn more at olympiccollege.info/athletics. And it looks like we've had a flagrant 1 foul called. Anaya Rhodesha is the guilty party, so the review was for a flagrant 1 foul, and that's a huge moment in this game. Rhodesha, the guilty party, it's her 3rd foul, and Westendorf has the 2 free throws. She missed the first one. And the second one's no good as well. She's an 80% free throw shooter just about, and you're only going to have so many of those opportunities. So the net result is almost as though we had the timeout granted. The free throws were missed, but it will be Tacoma basketball with 2.5 left to go here. So after all of that, we have Tacoma ball and diving into the lane. Westendorf, she can't get the layup either. Missed opportunities for the sophomore as she can't get some huge points and her team trails by 8. We come up on 2 minutes. Sephora Yayus with the ball. Gets it back from Smith. Still on the bounce, watched by Gilbert. Gives it now for McKnight. Inside Thomas. Turnaround 5-foot jumper, no good. And a foul on the rebound. And we're going to have more free throws for Tacoma. I think the foul's going to go. If it's on Yayus, it's her 5th. It's not, it's on Smith, so it's her 3rd. And the free throw shooter's going to be Gilbert, I think. No, it's Malik again. She just missed a couple after the flagrant 1. No, that was Westendorf. I apologize. Malik makes this first one, her first point of the second half. 7-point advantage for the Peninsula Pirates. Just over 2 minutes left in regulation. Malik's second free throw, no good at the top of the rim, but Peninsula lost the handle, and it falls back to Malik. 7-point game and a chance to cut it to 4 or 5. Malik spins into the lane and fouled. She'll go back to the free throw line again. This is on Yayus. I was wrong. This is her 4th, not her 5th, so she's got one more. And back to the free throw line goes Cedra Malik, I apologize, from Woodland, Washington. 5 points and 3.5 rebounds a game. First free throw, rim, glass, and down. A big point. And it's a 6-point game, 61-55 with 1:53 to go. This one has not been as tight as some of them have been, but it's stayed close enough to stay interesting, that's for sure, and the second free throw's good. Timeout Tacoma. Are we going to step aside? Yes, we are. 1:53 in the fourth quarter. It's a 5-point game between Peninsula and Tacoma. We'll take a break on STSPN.com and the NWAC Sports Network.
At NIC, we believe in investing in our future, one built with dedicated, skilled, and hardworking people. And with the new career and technical education facility at North Idaho College, the future is bright. Today's students are tomorrow's workforce, and North Idaho College's career and technical education program will provide the training that will get you the job. Together, let's build the future. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
Fans, PSG Washington is a proud sponsor of this year's NWAC Basketball Championships. The PSG team of highly skilled employee benefits specialists is here to guide you toward making the best decision for your business and employees. Throughout the Northwest, no other firm can match their unparalleled blend of experience and dedication to customer service. PSG Washington, we're not satisfied until you're satisfied. Clock running now, 1:50 left to go in regulation. Peninsula holding on to a 5-point lead, but Tacoma has been charging down. They've trailed by as many as 13 here in the second half and now got it down to 5. Smith has the ball, gets a screen from Thomas. Dribbling to her right, gives it for Alicia Dugan. She gets a screen for McKnight. Space in the lane, 5-foot layup is good. Alicia Dugan, the little runner, that's just her second field goal. She's got 4. And it's a 63-56 lead, 7 points. On the bounce, long pass trying to get it to Malik, and it's over everybody and out of bounds, and a very costly turnover for Tacoma as we're down to 1:16 in regulation, and it's a 7-point lead for Peninsula. Checking back in for Tacoma, Shoni Pritchett, also Kiki Gilbert. And it's Peninsula basketball under their defensive bucket. 1:16 to go. Long pass looking for Yayus, and it barely gets to her. Almost knocked away by Kelly. Instead, Yayus will pull it out and slow it down. Tacoma must have a stop. Yayus dribbles to her right, gives it for Smith. Tiffany Smith gets a screen, and we have a foul. And it's going to be against Tacoma. Foul goes on Bobby Westendorf. That's her 3rd. And it's going to send Tiffany Smith to the line. It's a 7-point lead already and a chance to extend it. 2 free throws for Smith. First one's no good. She's got 3 points on the day. She's missed a couple of free throws here already in the second half. One more free throw coming, and 1 minute and 1 second left in regulation. A 7-point lead for Peninsula. Second free throw's also no good. And the rebound out of bounds. Thomas got a hand on it, and it's going to belong to Tacoma. Now we have a player down, and I think it's Janice McKnight. And again, just like before, I was unable to see what happened as I was following the ball out into the corner, but we hope she's all right. She's got 13 points so far this morning. She's played a solid basketball game and been a big contributor for this club. 13 points and 8 rebounds. in this her sophomore season.
Why don't we go ahead and step away? We'll come back when she's walking around.
We'll do just that. You're watching the NWAC Basketball Championships on STSPN.com and the NWAC Sports Network.
Yes, yes.
Welcome to Basketball City, USA.
I use my brain, open lanes to the top of the game. I use my hand on any man that will try to contain me. Use my feet and compete like I lead to the death. I use my heart and it'll beat till I breathe my last breath. Hoop Fest 2017. Don't miss your shot.
Welcome back to the Walt Price Fitness Center. 1 minute left to go. And hang on here. Leslie Smith definitely pointed in the direction of Tacoma when the ball went out of bounds. And she's saying now that she pointed the wrong direction. And absolutely incensed is Christy Martin, but it is going to be Peninsula basketball. And honestly, that's what it looked like to me up here. And the throw-in comes for Yayus. Guarded there by Malik. Gives for Dugan. Up top, this is Yayus, 23. And a foul now. Gilbert grabbed her. That's her third foul, and it's going to send Sephora Yayus to the line. 5 points so far today. 1 field goal in each half and a chance to extend that 7-point lead. 43.4 left in regulation. That's the third straight missed free throw for Peninsula. A lot of missed free throws on both ends of the floor here in the last couple of minutes. And it stayed at a 7-point game. 1 more free throw coming for Yayus. See Peninsula AD Rick Ross with the camera in the background there. Second free throw's good. 8-point game, ahead comes Gilbert. Kiki Gilbert dives into the lane, can't get it, but rebound Westendorf, and she scores. And a timeout called by Tacoma with 35.5 to go. That's a full timeout, so we're going to take the break. 64-58. It's a 6-point game on STSPN.com and the NWAC Sports Network.
You know you need a getaway when your laundry pile is bigger than the last mountain you biked. It's time. Go Oak Ridge, the mountain bike capital of the Northwest, where you'll find miles of single track without lots of people. After your downhill ride, swap stories and battle scars over a pint, then stay and play another day. To plan your getaway, go to EugeneCascadesCoast.org/go. It's time. Go Oak Ridge.
At NIC, we believe in investing in our future. One built with dedicated, skilled, and hardworking people. And with the new career and technical education facility at North Idaho College, the future is bright. Today's students are tomorrow's workforce, and North Idaho College's career and technical education program will provide the training that will get you the job. Together, let's build the future. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
It'll be Peninsula basketball on their defensive end line after the score by Tacoma. 35.5 seconds left in the game and a quick foul. That one's going to be on Gilbert again, should be her fourth. Gilbert is indeed the guilty party. That is her fourth personal foul, so 1 more for her. And Yayus will shoot the free throws. She missed 1 of 2 last time, shooting 79% on the year. First one's up. Gets iron, gets glass, and finally goes down.
I was thinking the foul was on the other side.
I'm with you.
I apologize for that.
Luckily, we've got a descriptive play-by-play here telling you the free throw was good and that it hit the rim and the glass. See, that's what I'm here for. Yayus has 7 points now, and it is a 7-point lead, 65-58. Second free throw. No good. Rebound by Westendorf. 7-point game. Half a minute left. 5-point difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Westendorf for 3. Misses everything, and that might have been the last chance. Thomas with the basketball. and she'll go to the free throw line. Pritchett commits the foul. Third one on the freshman from Charles Wright Academy. And Taisha Thomas will go to the line. Her first attempts of the day. 72% free throw shooter on the year. The sophomore from McKinley High School in Honolulu. Been a big contributor the last couple of seasons for Peninsula, looking to bring her team back to the NWAC championship game for the third year in a row. First free throw's good, and the advantage is out to 8 now, 66-58. Tacoma would need 3 3-pointers now as it's a 9-point game. 22 points for Thomas. Pushing it ahead now. Thought about the 3 now, taking it as Pritchett. Three-pointer is no good. And ahead we come, a foul's called. It's going to go on Pritchett. That's her 4th. And that should just about wrap this one up for the Peninsula Pirates. Smith's going to go to the free throw line. She's about 50% on the day, is Tiffany Smith, shooting 58% for the year. That one's no good. Rim and out rather. 16.3 left in regulation. It's a 9-point game. Second free throw is good, makes it 10. Smith has 8 points. Final 15 seconds of this one. Driving ahead is Pritchett. In toward the near block, can't get it. Westendorf rebounds, and she's fouled. She'll go to the free throw line with 8.6 to go. Foul goes on Yameli Rodriguez. No, they're going to put it on Thomas. It's her second. And a pair of free throws coming for Bobby Westendorf. 78% free throw shooter. Missed a pair earlier after the flagrant one foul, but makes this one. And now she finally has hit that 30-point mark rather. Leads all scorers in an outstanding first half for her, but only 10 here in the second. Now make it 11. 2 points for her on those free throws and a quick foul. I think it's on Pritchett, and that would be her 5th. That is indeed the case. So Shawnee Pritchett's afternoon is done. She'll finish with 10 points. And what will probably be a losing effort as into the game comes Sidra Malik, who returns. She's got 4 fouls as well. She's got 8 points. And Alicia Dugan will shoot the free throws. First one rims out. Still an 8-point game. Second free throw's on the way, and that one's good. Extend the lead to 9. 5 points for Dugan. Ahead comes Westendorf. Final 5 seconds of the game. 3-point attack blocked away by Dugan. She picks up the rebound and fouled going up. So she'll shoot a pair of free throws with 1 second left on the clock. You can see Leslie Smith think about, do I need this foul with 1 second left? But that was pretty hard contact. Send Westendorf to the line. Chance to extend. She's got 31 points, and that's the 5th foul on Yameli Rodriguez. So she will depart. She's got 4 points. And certainly not that unhappy to be leaving in what looks to be a victory for her team, barring a very strange turn of events here. It will be the Peninsula College Pirates moving on. They'll get the winner of the next game, which features Umpqua and Treasure Valley. First free throw for Westendorf. Rims out, no good. One more coming, just a second left in regulation. Second free throw is good. Westendorf will finish with 32. And there's the horn. So that's the end of this one. Final score, Peninsula 69, Tacoma 61. So the Pirates advance. They'll play tomorrow in the first game, and the opponent will be the winner of the next game between Umpqua and Treasure Valley. And we'll step aside here for a little bit. We'll be back at the top of the hour for that second game between Umpqua and Treasure Valley. For now, and for Todd Elvig, producer-engineer, I'm Nathan Murphy saying good morning, and we'll see you in just about 15 minutes.